Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. So come get some.
And now for something completely different.
And yes, it is different. What is up, Dave? And hi, Mia. Good evening. How are we?
What is happening? It is the tale of the madness right there.
Yeah, I'm getting tickled by it as well.
How you doing, Cat? She's like, oh, I'm here.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine, aren't you? Hey, all right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
There she is. Look at us.
Yeah,
look at the
she's
camera. No, don't look at him. Look at us. She said, I'm getting scritches right now. Shut up.
Looking in the wrong way, as always.
She said, just pet me. Just pet me. How you doing, Dave?
That's all she's after. That's all she's after. Okay. Yeah, that's all she's after.
So how you doing, man? How's things over there on the other side?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I was away last weekend, as you probably recall. I was at an air show near Bristol.
How was that?
But the weather was rubbish. It was wet and windy, more or less, all weekend as well. A bit
So
like
the
this
planes-
weekend. It's been wet and windy again.
So the planes couldn't really do everything they were supposed to do, huh?
Yeah, there were some planes couldn't fly because of the weather conditions and stuff like that. But, you know, it was what it was at the end of the day, and you just got to put up with it, haven't you? I suppose.
I like the shirt. I thought about putting on an Iron Man shirt, but
Well, I
everybody-
thought, seeing as we were doing a bit more Iron Man probably next week as well, I thought I'd better dig me Iron Man shirt out.
yeah, I thought about putting on the shirt with Iron Man on it, but then I was like, man, everybody's just going to misconstrue that as a now thing. And no, it is a back then thing, isn't it, Dave? We're going back in time. We're looking at
We
back-
are. Yeah.
Yeah, we look at the
We're
back
going-
issues, the stuff that actually brought us into loving comics. We don't look too much at new stuff. You know, so.
Well, that's very true. That's very true. And I forgot to mention not last week, 2 weeks ago, when I was showing the first volume omnibus I forgot I had a second volume, didn't I? so I've dug it out. So because we kind of got up to issue 81 of the original run with gaps.
Right.
So I wondered if we should carry on from the first volume to the second volume and show the rest of the ones that I didn't have.
We could do that. My collection, Iron Man, doesn't start till like I think 116, and then it's very spotty. I mean, there ain't much till most of my collection's between 200 and 300 when it comes to Iron Man. So you know, basically, you have the reins till we get into my area. Whatever you want.
Well, we have plenty more good covers to show, you know, from the 60s, because obviously it started off in Tales of Suspense, didn't it?
Yes.
So
yes.
this is the second volume. It says number 1 on there, but it's actually volume 2.
Right, but that is the #1 issue of Iron Man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The first time he had a show of it, or a title of his own that wasn't Tales of Suspense or whatever. You know?
That's right. Yeah, because obviously he started off in Tales of Suspense, then Iron Man and Submariner #1, where they joined up, and then it was Invincible Iron Man after that. So this covers Tales of Suspense 84 to 99, Iron Man and Submariner #1, and the Invincible Iron Man #1 to 25.
Okay.
Well, we've got a few issues in here. It's quite thick, quite heavy.
Hell
As
yeah.
you can see, quite chunky, but I shall give it a go.
You're the one that's got to hold that heavy thing up.
Well, that's it. This is my challenge for this evening. So we'll see how we go. So we're
Dave
going all
gets-
the way back to. Sorry.
I said Dave gets a workout on this show because he always pulls out them big heavy books.
Well, I try to avoid it, Pops. But on this
I
occasion,
pulled these out, man. It's
Well,
like Dave's
that's
over
it.
there getting a workout.
yeah. I mean, I've got, I have some of these as well, as you can see.
Cool.
But
Cool.
I just thought people might like to see going way back to say 1966.
Yes.
Where this
Yes.
volume starts from. So, without any further ado, we shall proceed. This is issue 84 then. So, just show you that. That's 84. And that's the splash page.
And that was one of the things about those team ups.
That's right, because obviously in this issue it was Iron Man and Captain America, as you can see.
It's like that book was team up before there was Marvel team up.
Yeah, well, that's right, because they kind of shared a few books, didn't they, back in the 60s? So they were all like short stories, you know, they were about 10 pages long, I think, weren't they, most of them? This is issue 85. I got the Mandarin there again.
Into the jaws of death.
And it's got the same words on the cover as the actual splash page, which is unusual. That doesn't always happen. So that's that one. So I'll just show you this page. This is like just part of the story, but it's quite nicely laid out. Quite nicely laid out page.
You didn't see a lot of pages like that back in the day.
No, you didn't.
But
Yeah,
did we see
kind of like that one there?
But do we see a lot of awesome different types of page layouts now in indies?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's trying to find something that, I mean, it's impossible to find something nobody's done, but everybody's trying to find something that's a little different.
Well, that's it.
I mean, some of the page layouts are amazing.
They are.
We're seeing in comics now. But
So this issue, yeah.
This old school stuff, man, this is where it all began.
So this issue here has Captain America on the cover because they used to alternate the covers between the two main titles. So that's why you got Captain America there. But obviously, this is the Iron Man story. So you got the Mandarin again. And that one. Now this is a classic. This is a classic page. This is actually on my black light poster that I have. This is the original.
Yes.
This is the original page, though.
Beautiful. Good stuff.
So now I'll just dig out the. I think I showed you this once before, Pops, but I'll just reach over. It's massive. This the black light poster.
Oh, dude, that's great.
As you can see.
Now, what that says 12, how many, 12 collectible posters in there? How many are in that package?
Yeah, there is 12. Luckily on the back, it gives you like some smaller pictures.
There you go.
You know.
See, I'd have the Silver Surfer one on the front.
Well, that's it. But these are, like I say, it's that big, I can't fit it all in the shop.
Right.
Gives you an idea, doesn't it?
That's awesome.
That's the Silver Surfer one there.
Yeah, I'd have that one right on my wall, right behind me, right on the wall. Big old Silver Surfer black light poster. That'd be cool.
Right, so now that I've shown you that one, we'll carry on. This is issue 80. Oh, we did 86, didn't we? Did we? Did we do 86? Yeah, we did. Excuse me, Cat.
She's saying, what are you doing?
You can't come on my lap when I've got a book on my lap. It doesn't work. It does not work. So this is the next one.
Crisis at Earth's Core. That must be Mole Man.
Yeah, I think it is. That looks of it. Yep.
Yep. That's Mole Man.
I'd say that kind of is. Oh, have you come to watch now? Hang on. You're supposed to look at the camera. See?
Cat. What are you doing, Cat?
What's happening? Oh dear. She's keeping an eye on me at the minute. And this is the next one.
The Swordsman.
Yeah.
Swordsman.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
I haven't. You don't see the Swordsman much, but he was in that original Avengers Defenders crossover.
Yeah, that's right.
He was hanging out with Mantis.
So this again is the Captain America story, Pops.
Yeah.
On the cover, and this is the Iron Man story, of course.
Yeah, the Swordsman was hanging out with Mantis back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now I think she's looking at the camera. Yeah, looking at the camera now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
She's like, no, you pointed at me, I'm looking away.
I know. Every time I turn it round.
Now look at her. She's looking back at the camera now.
She's still looking at me. Still looking at me at the minute. Right. This is issue 89 now. The Melter.
Melter. The Melter. Remember what we was talking about last time? How Iron Man's always going up against somebody that got some kind of hot power and melts his armor?
Yeah, just like that.
Every time.
Indeed so.
Gene Colan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he is one of my favourite artists because obviously he drew a lot of Daredevil as well, didn't he? And various other titles. This is issue 90. The Golden Ghost. No, it's not one. And Skull, Captain America story again. So yeah, they just alternated the covers from month to month.
But it always says Iron Man and Captain America, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, it said
So
that every
Iron
month.
Man still gets top billing, even if
I think so. Let me just check that. Oh no, it was
Does that one say Captain America and Iron Man? Okay.
Iron Man. So
Okay.
they alternated it. So when Iron Man was on the cover, he was the first name, I think.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wondered if they were doing that or not.
Yeah, I was wondering myself when you mentioned it just then. You know, I wasn't really paying attention when I was
Stuff that we learned by actually paying attention. You see that?
Yeah. Quite surprising, is it not?
Hey, we're two old comic guys that just now learned something new about old Marvel comics. Just like
Well, yeah, because I hadn't actually noticed that they alternated the title on the cover. I knew they alternated the covers, but I didn't realise they swapped the names about it like that. Well, this is another Captain America cover, as you can see. And Iron Man's there.
Within the vastness of Vietnam.
Mm.
And it looks like an American soldier.
Well, I think it's Japanese.
In Vietnam? I hope it's not Japanese. We had a whole different war going on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think it was an American soldier. That.
Yeah, of course.
But you've got a really good full page there. I'll just show you that one.
Yeah, you got to remember, in the Vietnam War, the American soldiers were the bad guys. It was bad.
They're getting shaken out the tree by the looks of it. So if there's the odd interesting page, I will show that as well while we're going through this book.
Now, the Titanium Man should be stronger than Iron Man.
You would think so, wouldn't you? You would think so.
I'm just saying, it just makes sense, right? Titanium better than iron,
Yes. Somebody called Half Face there as well.
half face. He's kind of like Two-Face, right?
Something like that. Never even heard of that character before, to be honest. There's another nice full page interior art.
Okay, the Titanium Man looks like he should be able to whoop Iron Man. I'm just saying.
Well, he does it. He looks to be a lot bigger than Iron Man, doesn't he? In the drawings, anyway. No, this is number 90.
Tony obviously had to outsmart him, right?
Hmm.
Oh, it's MODOK. We like MODOK.
MODOK and Captain America, don't forget.
Uh-oh, and Tony's laid out.
He is. Yeah,
Tony's laid out again.
he is that.
People sleeping on the cover. We talk about that all the time, too, huh?
Yeah, that tends to happen quite often, we've found out. Over the past few months, anyway. Here's the next one for you. The Grey Gargoyle, I
Grey
think.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who he is. I know that guy.
Because I think he fought Thor, didn't he, as well,
Yes.
back in the day. And that's that one. So we're fast approaching issue 100, so we'll just keep going there. This is 96.
Looks like they're both falling off buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got Captain America on the cover falling, and you've got Iron Man falling by the looks of it.
Either one of them could have had the cover of that.
Yeah, they could have done, couldn't they? But
They just showed different covers side by side.
and something else that I've just noticed is that they gave like when they alternated the covers, they also gave Captain America the full image and Iron Man the head, and then they swap it round the month after.
Okay, I see that.
That was something else that I've just spotted there. So as you see on 97, we've got Iron Man full picture, and
Yeah.
Captain America.
Whiplash is back.
Yeah, he was in. Was he in the first Iron Man? No, the second Iron Man movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that character was in.
I like the comic representation better than the Mickey Rourke representation.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. This is issue 98.
Ooh, the Panther. There you go. Leave us alone, Cap.
Right. That one. Issue 99. This time we've got the cover on one side and the splash page on the next side, because you get all the letters pages usually in these omnibuses as well,
Right.
which is quite nice.
At the mercy. And there he is laid out again.
He is getting filled up with water by the looks of it.
Waterboarding him.
I think it's water and a laser beam, so if the water doesn't get him, the laser beam won't.
There you go. It's like a shark with a laser beam.
And that's the splash page. Cool. So this is where you have the one-off issue. You've got Iron Man and the Submariner, number 1.
Number 1.
Special once-in-a-lifetime issue.
Never going to happen again.
That's it. Once in a lifetime. As it says, lifetime. There you go. So that's that one. I'll just show you this full page drawing again. That's quite good.
Were they in the casino?
Yeah, I think it's a casino, yeah. Looks like it. It looks like it's a casino, yeah. I'd say it is. And here, of course, is the first issue of his original run. Big premiere issue.
There you go. There it is.
And this was the splash page to that issue. Run against Amy. Or what a way to start out in your own mag.
Do you remember what AIM stood for?
Advanced Ideas Mechanics, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just about manage to remember that one. It's a good job you didn't ask me a tricky one like Hydra. There's another full page of art there. Yeah, this particular omnibus, it's a first edition, so it wasn't cheap to buy. It was quite expensive. So,
I mean, they almost treat it like it's the actual floppies.
Yeah. And then in this issue, you also had that little backup story, just in case anybody didn't know who Iron Man was. A little recap.
So they tell you about the living in the cave and everything all over again?
Yeah, just very short. It's only...
the Reader's Digest condensed version?
It's only 3 pages, Pops.
Yeah, the Reader's Digest condensed
version. Yeah, it's a very condensed version of his origin story there. So this is the second issue we're on now. The Demolisher.
Now, the Demolisher looks a lot like the Titanium Man.
He does a bit there, doesn't he, on the cover?
Yeah. We could have done better with some costume design back then, guys.
Absolutely.
Titanium guy was only a couple months ago. You know?
That's it.
They could have made it purple or some goddamn thing.
Yeah, they could have changed the color, couldn't they? At least, you know. This is another one where we've got the cover on one side, and then I'll turn it over to the splash page. And
this is kind of one of the things that we do on this show too, is we do a little bit of critique of these old school covers and point out their flaws or the good things about them. We do that on this show.
Absolutely. Here you go.
My friend, my foe, the freak. The freak.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, when I read this a long time ago, I think the freak was Happy Hogan, who got turned into the freak, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was. All right, here we go. Issue 4. It's the unicorn again.
He looks like he went through another uniform change.
Yeah. Just a bit.
They just ain't been able to figure out a way to make that guy look good. Unconquered is the unicorn. Is that what that says?
That's what it said. Unconquered is the unicorn.
Unconquered.
All right, issue 5 coming up. There we go.
Frenzy. Okay.
In a far-flung future.
I don't remember that story.
No, I don't actually. Now you come to mention it, I must admit. It's been a long time since I've read some of these, you know. A long time.
Usually something will ring a bell with me on, you know.
Yeah. That's the next one.
The Crusher's back again. Again?
Yes.
He was just here a couple months ago. He's back again. Or was he fighting Cap in that one? I don't remember.
Oh, he might have been. He might have been. And this is the splash page to that one. He's free, he says. He says he's free. Yeah, these are like full issues now, so there's quite a few more pages in the stories. It's number 7. I like what they did with the cover, you know, kind of shredded it.
Yeah. Like he cut it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite cool, that, isn't it? When you have a look at that.
And it's the Magia Strikes again.
Yeah.
They like messing with Iron Man. They really did.
That's for
They
sure.
messed with Spider-Man a little bit too, but they liked messing with Iron Man.
That is for sure. So there will be one or two that we will have shown from 2 weeks ago, but I'm sure you won't mind seeing them again if that's the case. But this is number 8. We'll go to number 8. The Gladiator again, isn't it?
Yeah, that one looks good. I like it.
Quite a good cover, that. Quite a good cover. That's the splash page. This is George Tusker that was doing the art at this point in time. By the way.
Now, that's kind of funny because this guy makes Iron Man sometimes look like he has expressions on his mask.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's like the mask is supposed to always look the same. You know, it's like
Absolutely.
sometimes this guy displays emotion on Iron Man's mask, and it's kind of funny.
Which, being a mask, you shouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
Well then, here's a battle for you. Iron Man and the Hulk.
Yeah, even with the Hulkbuster armor. Nope. That was always one of those, every time they put the Hulk up against a hero, it was like, you know the Hulk's going to crush him, right?
Well, that's it.
The Hulk's going to crush him, right? Why are you doing that? Then, of course, they'd always end up teamed up against the real baddie or whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like, you know Iron Man's going to get whooped. Hulk gets a hold of him, it's like shredded.
That's it.
He's going to pull an arm off. I mean, well.
All right. Issue number 10 now. There we go.
And the Mandarin's back.
Yeah.
That dude breaks out of jail more than anybody in comics. Or gets away from the hero more than anybody in comics. Because that dude had so many Iron Man stories, man.
That is true. That's the splash page for it.
Want some more?
That's it. There's another unusual page layout for you there, by the way. On this side.
Yep. And look, it's Nick.
It is. Yeah. Nick Fury. I must admit, they did do some interesting panel layouts in some of these issues, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, some of the artists really explored that back in the day, and some were very basic, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to explore that. You got to use that to draw the reader's eyes around the page or whatever. You got.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I would agree with you there. It's all about the flow of the eye on the page.
Yep.
Unmasked. Number 11.
Find out who Tony was at that time. I don't remember that story.
I don't remember it either.
There were so many Mandarin stories; they all kind of blended together.
Indeed, they did. This is number 12.
The Coming of the Controller. Okay.
And just in case you'd forgotten what the title was, it's on the splash page as well.
Who is he all hugging on there? Is that ain't our girl? That ain't. That's not Pepper, is it?
Don't think so. No.
I don't think so either. You know, Tony being Tony. Look at it.
Janice Cord, I think it was.
That's old Tony being Tony. See that?
Yeah, it was a character called Janice Cord, Pops.
Okay. That's one of Tony's harem right there or something.
This is issue number 13.
And now they're captives of the controller.
They are.
Okay, all right, okay.
In fact, just on a side note to that, the Kilgrave the Purple Man and Daredevil, when it was reprinted over here, they called him the Controller because they didn't want to use the color purple in a black and white comic. So they changed his name to the Controller instead of Kilgrave the Purple Man. Just in case you didn't know that.
I did not.
Just a bit of trivia there for you. So this is issue 14. There we go.
The Night Phantom. Looks a lot like the Controller with a different mask.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that myself, you know.
Come on, guys. Who was the editor of this book? Who was it?
Let's see, who was it? Stan Lee.
Stan
Lee was the editor. Archie Goodwin was the writer. Johnny Craig was the artist. And Sam Rosen was the letterer.
Stan.
He must have been having an off day.
Or he was just like not in the office that week and somebody else just okayed that.
Well, yeah, that's also a possibility.
The Unicorn again.
Yeah, and the Red Ghost. And
all them gorillas, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's Super Ape anyway. It's the splash page for you.
Unicorn's got a different outfit again too.
Yeah.
Unicorn on his chest is orange now. It was white.
Yeah. They kept changing things, didn't they?
That's because he was a goofy looking character in the first place.
I think you may be right.
When you name the character the Unicorn and then you're trying to fit the costume to it, that ain't gonna work. You gotta have the costume. You gotta draw a cool costume and then figure out a name for it.
That's usually how it kind of works, I would have thought.
I mean, because if that's your idea of what the unicorn, the little miner's hat on and shit, I don't know.
Exactly right.
I want to see a dude like Rhino with a big old pointy thing coming out of his forehead, ready to bust somebody, like run at him and stick them and shit. Maybe a centaur.
The beginning of the end.
Maybe a centaur with a horn, right? Part human, part horse, right? With a horn. You know, come on. The unicorn? Give me something real. Give me something I can work with. Not a dude in a funky suit.
The beginning of the end.
I'm not sure about that one. Not sure.
Right, we're getting near the end of this book, I'm pleased to say. It'll be a bit lighter after this. This is issue 18.
Even heroes die.
Yep.
Iron Man hanging out with some of his Avenger friends in his own title. Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America and Nick Fury there in the background. All right. This is issue 19.
Well, there's a whole bunch of people in that one.
There is. Yeah. Not sure who's who, but
Yeah, I'm not recognizing anybody, but there's a whole bunch of people down there.
there is. And that's the splash page. A whole bunch of people in that splash page as well.
Don't look like none of them are on Tony's side either.
Don't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Right, this is issue number 20. That's the cover.
Lucifer Storm, what are you doing?
Lucifer. And that's the splash page to that cover.
Who serves Lucifer? What cube is that? Does that say what it is he's holding?
Just about absorbing an impact from a mini reactor gizmo
Okay.
as overloaded.
Okay.
That's all it kind of says there about that.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't the cosmic cube because it seems like
No.
it was before that.
It wasn't the cosmic cube, so we're okay. This is issue 21.
Like, wait, somebody else be Iron Man.
Yeah, I think I showed this one a couple of weeks back. I think I've still got this issue.
Yeah, we talked about that one for sure.
It looks vaguely familiar, but I will show you the splash page anyway. It's a splash page for it, which I didn't show.
Now, I just don't understand why Iron Man's in a boxing ring. That's
Weird, isn't it?
did he see Spider-Man go wrestling and think he was going to like do it too? What? I don't get it.
Maybe.
If Spider-Man can wrestle, then I can box.
Right, this is number 22. There we go.
Crimson Dynamo. Now, we hadn't seen him for a little while.
No,
But the Titanium Man's back.
he is. Yep. This is issue 23.
man who killed Tony Stark.
Yep.
What's a better clone, man?
Now this one doesn't actually have a splash page at the minute. It's just got all the credits along the top.
Right.
First page. Just like a normal couple of pages. And then I think, did they put a splash page in this one? I don't think they did, you know. No. Oh, well, it's not exactly a splash page, but it's a full page of art. There.
Well, there you go.
Show you that one.
Just like the Disco Dazzler. Who the hell is that?
Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? He said he's using a hallucinogenic flare, apparently. Doesn't actually say who it is at night. It's a mystery one. Is issue 24?
The Minotaur. Okay. Isn't that a mask?
Mm-hmm. And I think this is the final issue in this book, 25.
And Namor. It's Namor.
It is. That's the splash page again. I think that's about it. Apart from one of the not Brand X stories at the back. And then right at the back you've got some of the original art, which I will show you while I've got this book here. And close that. A couple of pages of original art there. And a couple more pages. Always nice to see some original art, I think, isn't it? A couple more pages. A couple of covers. We've already seen just before.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly where we were when we left off. Do you?
Yeah, we left off at issue 80.
Right. We could probably just like pick up there and go for a little while longer.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're
Yeah,
gonna have to do this again next week. You know that.
I'm thinking we will have to do some more Iron Man next week because I've still got plenty left.
Yeah. Tons.
So,
I haven't even showed it yet.
but I thought I might as well show this book off, you know, because there's some nice stuff in it.
No, it's a beautiful book. What year did they do that one?
This one,
was the first printing, right?
I believe so. Bear with me a second. Let's have a look and see if I can check it out for you. Where's my magnifying glass gone? All right. Even I can't see small print. Aha. This is what we need. Yeah, 2009 it was published, Pops.
All right.
So that was the first printing. The only trouble with this volume is that the cover has got stuck to the bottom of the book. So it's all kind of sealed up along there and along there. So I think it got a bit water damage. I'm not sure. So it's got.
So like you don't want to try to take it off because it's stuck.
Yeah. I don't want to take the dust jacket off because it would damage it. So that's one that will just have to stay as it is. And it wasn't cheap, that book either, and I didn't realize at the time that the cover was stuck to the book. So right, issue 81. There we go. Nice and light, not heavy.
Now you got Namer.
That's a 9p one, so it's a British one because it says All Colour Comics again at the top.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I'm trying to figure out who that dude is. Firebrand? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Firebrand. Correct.
Always somebody with hot. He's always getting in danger of being melted. You see what I'm saying? Is Firebrand.
We do. This is 82.
Is that? No, that's not Red Ghost Apes, is it?
I'm thinking it is, you know.
Is it?
I don't know.
Huh.
Just says Peril of the Apes.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Looks like the Red Ghost Super Apes, though, to me. But who knows? You will have to read that issue and find out. This is number 83, so the apes are still here. Ah, yes. There you go.
They're the Red Ghost Apes. Yep.
I had a feeling they were.
Usually the next cover gives it all away.
It sure does. Yeah. Right. 84.
The Night of the Walking Bomb. Okay, well, this guy doesn't melt things, but he blows things up. Okay.
That's it. Right, 85.
Same dude.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yep.
The living Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan. Again.
Okay.
So he was changed into the Freak.
And the Freak shall inherit
the earth. Oh, yes. The next one. Call My Killer Blizzard.
Okay, that's new. Haven't seen anybody try to freeze Tony yet. That's new.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, I'm gonna go run and get something for my drink here. You good, or do you want me to play a commercial?
Yeah, you can play a commercial if you like, Pops.
Let's play an ad real quick. I'll be right back.
No problem.
The Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting game for the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mine. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear from the deepest pits of hell. Every secret will be exposed. Bronze Star. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
Good stuff. Go check out Bronze Star, yo.
Okay. Right, welcome back, everybody. This is issue 87. I think he's still fighting Blizzard.
Yeah, he's sneaking up behind him right there.
There he is. So this is the one where, this is the American version, by the way, at the top.
Right.
Still only 25 cents compared to the previous one, which said that. We got side by side.
Yes. That is another reason why it's fun doing this with Dave, because we get to compare the differences between the English versions and the American versions. A lot of times.
That's right. That's right. So the American versions were non-distributed over here back in the day. So that's why they had the 25 cents on.
Yep.
Same comic inside. It was just
Right.
just the
Sometimes
price.
the covers had little things that were different. We've found lots of things that were different on them.
Well, we have, yeah, including barcodes.
It's actually fun learning. I mean, we've learned quite a bit
Hmm.
that neither one of us knew since we started doing this show.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've just found out a couple of things today, haven't I?
Exactly. Me too.
As well. This is issue 89.
Now, one thing though we haven't compared, are the barcodes different?
Sometimes they are.
I mean, the actual codes, not necessarily what's in the box. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah, you mean the numbers?
like the numbers and the way it's laid out in the box and everything.
Yeah, we haven't actually checked that yet, have we?
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out next time. We got one of each.
Yeah. Got Daredevil guest starring in this one, as you can see there.
Daredevil, who nowadays is Elektra.
All right, okay.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I hate every time I see Daredevil now. It's just like, you guys ruined my girl. Ruined my girl. She ain't supposed to be no do-gooder in Hell's Kitchen. She ain't supposed to be. It's not her job. You know. Oh, the controller's back.
He is.
Is it that same girl again, too?
It looks like it.
Janice, whatever. Janice Card or whatever.
Janice Card, yeah. I think so.
Tony, quit messing with dude's old lady. Just leave her alone. He won't go crazy anymore. Just leave her alone, Tony.
This is issue 91. So like I say, some of these that were non-distributed over here back in the day, they were very hard to find.
Right.
Because most of them were like British versions. So trying to find one that was a sense one was a bit of a challenge. There we go. This is 92.
Is he melting again?
Probably. Looks like it.
You'd think by now Tony would have figured out to make some fireproof armor, right? That shit has been melted off him like 25 times now.
Well, that's it. It's not the first time this has happened.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
You know what I mean? This is 93. There we go.
Okay, I don't know that guy. Who's that?
Kraken.
Kraken?
Apparently.
Kraken Skulls? Is that who that is?
No,
Never heard of it.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't either, that one. 94. Frenzy at 50 fathoms.
Well, Kraken made it to a second issue anyway.
Yeah. $95.
And Ultimo. Ultimo makes an occasional appearance in Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers. He's been around a little bit.
Yeah. All right, 96.
And now I'm mad. Remember what I said about facial expressions on Iron Man?
That's right.
They're not. He's not supposed to look all pissed off like that.
That is true.
I mean, maybe the eyes in there could look, intense, but you can't change the slant of the eye slits and stuff, and that's what they do, man. They try to make it look like he's got expression on his face. Don't do that.
No, I agree with you there.
The Guardsman. Okay.
There you go. All right. 98.
Steel versus Solar Flare. Sunfire, the Japanese samurai hero.
Yeah.
He's a mutant. He's a mutant. He's a mutant and he don't even like the X-Men or none of them people.
That's it. This is 99. Rocket to Doomsday.
Doomsday. Who is the dude behind him? Who is that? They don't say.
It doesn't say. I wonder if it's the Molecule Man. Is it? Oh.
Molecule Man wouldn't need no rocket.
No, you wouldn't think so. Shall we have a look inside and see?
Yeah, let's take a look and see who that is, because
I'll see if I can enlighten you. Well, it starts off with the splash page of Sunfire again.
Right.
So that's that. Let's see if I can find out who it
You'd
is.
probably go right to the last page. It'd probably be a lead in next month.
It probably will be the last page. I wouldn't be surprised. I've not seen anything yet. Ah, wait a minute. Ah, surprisingly, guess who it is? It's the Mandarin.
There you go.
That's who it is.
Should have known.
That's who it is. He's changed his costume, look.
Yeah. That's why I didn't recognize it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think his original costume is far better.
Well, I mean, when they change the costumes and then they put them on the cover without telling people.
Well, exactly. So we're going to finish off, I think, this segment with issue 100. How does that sound?
100. Yes.
100.
That works. And maybe next week I can be part of the show too.
Well, you'll never know.
I don't know. How long is it going to take you to get through to 200?
It shouldn't take that long. That's the splash page, by the way, to issue 100.
Oh, hold on. Let me make
Just
it.
this one.
Let me see that.
That's it.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
That was the splash page title there.
10 rings to rule the world. 1 ring to bind them. See, the Dark Lord would still win.
That's
Doesn't
it.
matter if it's 9 or 10 or 16.
So that is your. So that just takes us up nicely to issue 100. So I think that's a good place to stop today. Yeah.
That works for me. We will see everybody next week right here. We'll do Iron Man Part 3. And look, if anybody wants to join us, if you got stuff that you want to show off to, this show is not just for me and Dave. We like to learn stuff. We like to see what other people got to. So if we're doing a topic that fits in your collection, jump on out here and join us.
Because also I was going to say there's lots of other Iron Man stories apart from the regular series.
Right.
So there's plenty. There's plenty to go at.
Yeah, and well, like I said, we want to include people in this. It's supposed to be a fan interactive show, so you want to join us, you want to come out here and show off your stuff. This show's for everybody, so hit us up. It's no problem. We love to have guests. And with that, I'm gonna let you all get back to your Sunday. I'm gonna play some more of these wonderful ads from some of our great sponsors. But first, we're going to go through our channel crawl and show you almost all the different shows that are available right here on the Madness Comic Network.
And I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, Pops.
You too, my friend. Y'all have a great day.
Look after yourself.
Peace.
Bye for now.
Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
How do you end this thing? How do you put where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are done.